What it do, guys? It's your boy Dream Team Nino.
And your boy Darn. We back with another video. Guys, you know, us being Americans, we checking out a video. How big is the USA actually? You know, because I know other 50 states, but it might be bigger than we think. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like some people be forgetting like Alaska. Some people be forgetting Hawaii and all those things. Facts. You know, because we don't see them a part of the map that they show us.
I feel that.
But this gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? So we finna check this out. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hey, just tap on it real quick. Maybe share it with a friend. Please. Hey, send us some recommendations so we can check out some more videos for you guys. But how big is it? We finna find out.
This video was made possible by Wix. If you're ready to create a website, head over to wix.com/go/infographics to try out one of their premium plans right now. The United States is currently the world's sole superpower with military installations around the world. As a country, its geography spans from subtropical forests to rolling plains, scorching deserts, and Arctic wastes. But just how big is the US really in comparison to the rest of the world? Hello and welcome to another episode of the Infographic Show. Today, we're taking a look at how big the US really is. The US is approximately 5,680,000 square miles, with terrain that varies dramatically. Only Russia at 10.6 million square miles and Canada at 6,205,000 square miles are larger than the US. It's the biggest states.
I didn't know Canada was bigger than that.
It don't. Maybe it's how they show it on the map, but it don't be looking like it's that big.
That's crazy.
105,000 square miles are larger than the U.S. Its three biggest states, Alaska at 663,000 square miles, Texas at 270,000 square miles, and California at 160,000 square miles, combined would be the 17th largest nation in the world, immediately after Sudan at 1.15 million square miles, and right before Libya at 1 million square miles. In total, the U.S. is larger than the 107 smallest countries in the world combined. With about 327 million people, the United States is also the third most populated nation on Earth, having a total of 4.28% of the total world population. With a net yearly migration rate of approximately 900,000 people, the U.S. is by far the one place the rest of the world wants to live, with Germany coming in second at 350,000 migrants, and Turkey in third with 320.
That's crazy that people want to live here with all these videos you seen about healthcare, like how bad the USA is.
That's just crazy.
But it's still like the most people want to come here.
I feel like it's overpopulated in certain areas.
It must that American dream, man.
Some people still believe it.
That's what they sold on is the American dream.
Because I bet the 350 and 325 probably Americans like, I gotta get out of here. Because in them videos, I seen a lot of people go to Germany. They go to Germany for sure.
A lot of them Germany,
5,000 migrants. In the U.S., 83% of the population lives in cities, with its three most populated cities being New York City with 8.5 million people, Los Angeles with 4 million people, and Chicago with 2.7 million people. All combined, the population of the U.S.'s three biggest cities is equal to the population of Chad with 14.5 million people. Just these three cities alone are also more populated than Cuba with 11.5 million people, Belgium with 11.3 million people, and Greece with 11.2 million people. When counting the greater metropolitan area, New York City is the 10th largest city in the world, with a total population of 18.6 million people, just behind Cairo with 18.
Am I mistaken? Or New York City don't look that big on the map.
It don't on the map, but it do look overpopulated on like movies and TV
That's
shows.
True. I have been to Times Square. It is people everywhere but it's like I know everybody don't live out here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been Texas or California somewhere.
You would have thought.
To be honest. 18.8 million people.
Worth area.
Yeah, for sure. Houston, all those.
You would have thought.
Dang, I would have thought Los Angeles was pretty packed.
It was also, I think that was.
It was like the second and third. It was second and third.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
and just ahead of Dhaka with 17.6 million people. This would make the greater New York City area the 63rd largest country in the world, just ahead of Syria with 18 million people. The U.S. is the world's largest economy with a gross domestic product of $20.4 trillion, or 23.3% of the total global economy. China is just behind the U.S. at $14 trillion and 16.1% of the total global economy. When measured by purchasing power parity, or the price of goods and services versus individual incomes, the U.S. comes at number 2 to China, whose GDP PPP is $25.2 trillion. This means that while the Chinese economy is about 30% smaller than the US's, Chinese individuals have on average 20% greater purchasing power in their own country. The three biggest economies within the US states are California with a GDP of $2.6 trillion, Texas with a GDP of $1.6 trillion, and New York with a GDP of $1.5 trillion. Altogether, these three states would be the world's third largest economy, just ahead of Japan with a GDP of $5 trillion. California's economy alone is as big as the United Kingdom's. Texas's is as big as Canada's, and New York's is as big as South Korea's. The United States also has the best equipped military in the world, though it's only the third largest at 1,282,000 active duty personnel. Ahead of it are India with 1.4 million active duty personnel and China with 2.1 million active duty personnel. The U.S. spends over $610 billion on its military every year, or 3.
Every year. The other one said 660 billion.
Oh, everything.
That was 2017. It looks like we taking a little break, but
well, they said over 610 billion.
That's true. That's true. Dang, that's a yearly.
That's crazy.
Yearly.
Yeah, they gotta have the best of the best kind of.
We can't lose. If we somebody owe us some money,
they better not jam one time.
They better have a secret bullet place. You better be able to flip it upside down and shoot at it. Something. You better be able to shoot it from the front side and the bottom. Something.
Heat-seeking bullets, bro.
Come on now. Throw the gun and it explode or something.
Have Tony Stark creating the explosions.
They probably took some ideas from Iron Man.
0.1% of its total GDP, 35% of the world's total military expenditure, and more than the next 9 nations combined. Just behind it are China with $150 billion in expenditures and Saudi Arabia with $76 billion in expenditures. The United States also has the most military bases in the most foreign countries in the world, with approximately 800 military installations in 80 countries, possibly more military bases in more foreign lands than any nation or empire in history. The cost of maintaining these bases alone is about $156 billion,
That's where the money going.
more than China spends on its entire military. On the civilian side, the U.S. has the world's third largest police force, with 913,000 total police officers, placing it just behind India at number 1 with 1.9 million police officers, and China with 1.6 million police officers. In the realm of healthcare, the U.S. is the most expensive nation on earth, with a health expenditure per capita of $10,000.
Your insurance only covers the removal of the damaged organ. You'll have to put the transplant. I was reading. I said, did they say you have to put the transplant in itself?
I missed it. God.
That's crazy.
That's how it be. That's how it be.
$350, placing it ahead of Switzerland at $7,900 and Germany at $5,550. While on average the rest of the world spends about 10.3% of its GDP on healthcare, the US spends 18% of its GDP on healthcare. The United States is a large, complex nation, big enough to host several different distinct accents within its own borders. Its people are hardworking and industrious, leading the world's economy. But despite what recent political events might indicate, they're also the most welcoming nation in the world, with 3 times the number of immigrants than nations in either the number 2 or number 3 spot in a global comparison. The US isn't the only welcoming place in the world. We've never felt more welcome than when we signed up with Wix to build a website. Regardless of what exactly your business or hobby is, one thing's for sure.
They're good with throwing that ad.
Don't worry about it. Go to Wix and build the website you want for you. What other country would you?
Ain't the only welcoming place in the world. This website here.
Good job, infographics. Good job. Y'all plugged that in the beginning. Hey, have you tried Wix? America. This is what we went right into it, boy.
You need a website.
But guys, y'all let us know what y'all think. It's big. I mean, I did realize that U.S. do have a lot of bases even outside of U.S. in different countries. The money, that money going somewhere. It's going somewhere, but it's crazy how big it is, and man, certain states more money, more GDP, a little bit bigger than some countries out there. So USA is pretty big. Y'all let us know if you ever travel to the US. Hey, where you been? Where you from? Go ahead and put it down in the comments below. Well, hey, that's all we have for this video. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Just tap it. Tap, 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 tap. Yep, tap, tap, dance, dance. You know what I'm doing. Do what you do. But send us those recommendations. That's all we have. We out.